Some big news coming in. The Modi government has announced implementation of Citizenship Amendment Act. Do remember, it was an integral part of BJP's 2019 manifesto. This will pave the way for the persecuted to find citizenship in India. It's a big move before the 2014 general elections. Let's go across to my colleague Brijesh, who joins us live from the newsroom on more on this. Brijesh, it's a massive news. They're coming in, of course, on expected lines. The Modi government has announced the implementation of Citizenship Amendment Act. What does this really mean just before the Lok Sabha elections?
Well, I think it's a big tactical move by the government of India. Home Minister Amit Shah had announced some time back that before the start of the election, the government of the Bharatiya Janata Party government will make sure that one of its key poll promises, which is making sure that CAA will be implemented, will be notified. The government of India has notified the CAA amendment, and what this means is that any person who has come to India before 31st of December 2014 from three countries, which is Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh, and 6 minority community: Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Parsi and Christians. If they belongs to these 6, they can get citizenship of this country. You know, this has led to a lot of fight in the country. There's a lot of war of words between the opposition and the government, saying that, you know, this has been brought in to marginalize the Muslims. But the fact of the matter is that this particular notification, which has been ratified by the government, which is brought in by the government, is a big tactical move before the 2024 general election. BJP, which was riding high after fulfilling one of its key poll promise of Ram Temple, has now fulfilled another key promise of its, which is making sure that they notify the CAA Act. And I think, by them announcing implementation of Citizenship Amendment Act, which was part of BJP's, integral part of BJP's 2019 manifesto, this will pave way for persecuted to find citizenship in India. This is for people who have migrated to the country before 31st of December 2014 and comes from 3 particular countries and belongs to 6 minority communities. I'll repeat it again for you. Any people who have crossed over to India before 31st of December from Afghanistan, Pakistan and Bangladesh, and if they belong to 6 minority community: Hindu, Sikh, Buddhist, Jain, Parsi and Christians, then they are likely to get the citizenship of this country. Though this has led to, as I said, massive war of words between the Congress, between the Trinamool Congress and other important political parties with the government. But with this implementation of notification, the government has fulfilled a major political promise it had done in its 2019 manifesto. Neha?
There's an argument put forth by the critics that, CAA discriminates against certain religious groups. How do you really see this argument?
Well, there is talk that, that this is, if you look at under, section 21, which calls for that, all Indians are equal. It violates at the very premise of that particular argument, and that is the reason why several Muslim groups they have approached the apex court, and there have been approximately a few hundred petitions which have been put before the apex court to decide on whether there is a validity of the CAA or whether the CAA should be struck down. They say that this violates the fundamental right to equality and dignity of illegal immigrants under Article 14 and 21 of the Constitution. And they are saying that their primary challenge against CAA is based on Article 14. So this is, a very sticky wicket on which many of the petitioners have approached the apex court. They are hopeful that the judgment will go their way. But as we speak, the big breaking news of the day, Neha, is that the government has notified CAA, which was one of the government's key point as far as the manifesto of 2019 is concerned.
Brijesh, this is bound to have an impact on the impending elections, isn't it? We had Ram Mandir and now we have CAA.
Well, yes, the government is also very, I mean, the party is also buoyed by the fact, and if you look at the kind of responses which is coming in from Bharatiya Janata Party and various other quarters, they are buoyed by the fact that, finally something which they have been asking for has been completed. Their argument is that, why are you only looking at Muslims, and why would any Muslim living in these three countries would want to come to India and live in India? And they say that, that other minorities like Christians, Buddhists, Jains and all, they are all accommodated under this CAA. So all the criticism which is being put forward by the Muslim bodies when they have approached the apex court is on very flimsy and thin ice. But it's a big development, as I'm saying, as far as the 2024 general election is concerned. The BJP is going to take this announcement to the town and present Modi as someone who fulfills his promises, as one of the key slogan which is doing the round, that Modi hai to mumkin hai, and other political slogans which are being coined by BJP, Modi ki guarantee and so on. So this particular notification will add it to that list of which the BJP, the Prime Minister, has guaranteed, and then they have delivered on that guarantee. So it's going to be a big electoral plank, Neha, in 2024 general election.